Hey people! Let me get off that hum. Hey people, Rio Orfart here. I was just jamming with some chords here. I just watched a video by Guthrie Trapp, who's an amazing Guthrie Trapp. He's an amazing session musician from Nashville, and I have not met him personally or anything. Just watched some YouTube videos and he's just so fucking good. Like watching people like him, like Tom Bukovac, Guthrie Trapp, just session people like him who are not that well known, but on so many records, it's just so humbling for me because you just feel so. It makes me feel like a really miserable player watching these guys because they're just so good. And I know I'm not miserable, you know. I might not be the best of the best, but you know, who is, you know. I know I'm pretty good, but those guys, like for me, that's just so inspiring. And that's just so cool because watching them just makes me want to pick up the guitar and practice. And I mean, what's more wonderful than that? That's pretty cool. So thanks Guthrie and Tom Bukovac. Probably never gonna watch this video, but thanks anyway. So yeah, he put out this video a couple of days ago, maybe it was today, yesterday, I don't know. And he had these chords. He had E major, then the third, which is G sharp major, which is unusual actually, and it's unusual for the chord progression that's gonna come. I'm gonna show you why. And the next one is it's the 6. It's C sharp minor, and then he's going to A major, and then to E major again, and then he does a little turnaround here, goes to the 5th, which is B major, and then back to E major. And he's kind of talking about like that you need to map out all these chord shapes, and I mean he's absolutely right, of course. But there's one thing he's not mentioning in his video, and that's something that I do. And when I improvise with chord changes like that, which, you know, I'm not the biggest master in, and I know that it's like it's a little weakness of mine that I want to improve, because I think it's fun and it gives you a lot. Like even if you're like a hard rock player and you're going into even a little bit in the metal like me, I consider myself primarily a rock guitar player, hard rock, rock, blues, and a little bit of metal. But you're still gonna benefit from practicing these chord changes. And the reason is because it just gives you another perspective on the way you look at your fretboard and the way you look at how melodies are made, how melodies are created. Because often melodies are very much linked with the chords, of course. Like if you think of the Beatles songs, which are probably like one of the greatest songwriter teams ever, like, you know, Paul McCartney and John Lennon. They were just not just masters of making lyrics and great melodies that were like a hook in your ear, but they also had these really cool chord changes. Of course, they also had simple ones. But yeah, I mean, when you're in E major, first thing I think you should do is just check completely out what are all. You gotta know all the notes on your fretboard that are in E major. So just know your E major scale. That's the first thing, you know. But don't just stick here. I mean, you gotta know all the notes. You gotta know that this is an F sharp and that it's in E major. And then you can go ahead and like take the first chord. And you have your shape right here, and now you can do all these variations of where you can play E major. I mean, you can play. That's the cool thing and also the challenging thing about guitar. On a piano, it's like you play the root position of E major. It's always going to be, just that 3 notes that you're going to play. On a guitar, you can play E major like this. I can play it like this. I can play it here. I can play it here. I can play it there. I can play it on one string even, which is cool. And I just have so many options on how I can figure out to play just that root position of E major. And I'm not even talking about the inversions. Like the first inversion would be like right here. Like that's like basic stuff that you just have to figure out, and you got to do that for all chords. And then the next big thing is, I mentioned that this chord kind of sticks out. If you just listen to the chord progression, right? So instead of playing this one, he could have just played it like this. And now it sounds more like a regular pop song, right? So I swapped this one with the 5th, which leaves me like this. Which one is it now? Like that, right? And instead of playing the 5th, he decided to take this one right here. You see how that sticks out? Like that chord really sounds alien in that progression, and the reason is because of this note right here. Because of the C note. The C note is not in E major, right? It's right here again. And I was playing with, when I did that little intro and I was improvising, I played with that. See how great that is? And now comes the change to A major, and A major has C sharp. It doesn't have the C, it has C sharp. So there's a little bit of this mini chromatic thing right here. I mean, it almost sounds kind of gypsy, right? Yeah, and he's just checking out all these little ways how you can connect the chords. And I mean, we could sit here for hours just talking about how you can do little connections from one chord to the next. But that's just something that just gives you so much, because that's just food for the brain, food for thought, right? Yeah, just figure out what are the shapes for E minor, E major, and it's not that many. You got this one, and you can play E major right here. You can do the inversion, and it leads you to all this cool stuff. And the next thing is, see which chords stick out and where's a change of key. Like this, it forces me to change the key I'm in, kinda. Like music theory, I'm not the biggest brain in that, but I just notice enough to see that there's a little change right here. I mean, you can hear it, you can feel it. See how alien that feels? But that also makes that a chord progression sound so cool, so exciting, right? It's not this. Like that's like, I feel that we heard that like 1,000 times in the radio, like millions of times. And of course we heard this one. It it's a little bit more challenging for your just for your hearing, you know. Here's that C again. A major. Oh, forgot that one. And of course, my favorite scale, the good old pentatonic. I mean, that's the cool thing when you're in a major key. You can play the major pentatonic, which basically is you can use the minor pentatonic box just a third lower. And you just gotta play it a little bit differently. You gotta have your root note is the E. So it's not this one that we're used to. Kind of when you make these licks, you gotta make those phrasings land on that root most of the time. But you can also, and that's the cool thing, when you're in a major key, you can also play the minor pentatonic, which would be right here. You know? So yeah, I mean, guys and girls, what can I tell you? That's a lot of shit to practice changes like that, but it's really rewarding. It's a lot of fun, and for me, it's kind of relaxing because you just sit back and first you figure out these chords, and then you can start simple. Maybe just go on one string. Yeah, that might have not been the best example. And mistakes happen, you know. Mistakes happen. People, let me know what you think about this video. Just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some training right now. I gotta do something for my back because all this sitting and playing guitar, you really gotta counter that with doing some workout for your back. And man, that's like one of the things, like I always got this tendency to like crouch over like that when playing guitar. I really want to fix that. I really should be sitting like this, be like totally like, you know, we don't want to sit like a classical guitar player like this and be all stiff, because that's not good either. But just, I think the key is to be relaxed and just have a good posture that's not like stiff, you know what I mean? Don't want to be like a broomstick. I still want to be moving and flowing and keeping everything relaxed. Yeah, but man, that's like a bad habit I have, like to crouch over like that. How about you? Do you have any bad habits like that? I feel that a lot of guitar players have that. People, let me know what you think about this video. Leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. And yeah, probably gonna see you tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do a video every day now. And just talk about some things that go through my mind, thoughts that I'm having. And I I know these videos are not perfect or anything, but for me that's just not what it's about. This is just about sharing what's on my mind as a musician, and yeah, just give you some insights of what's going on in my mind. So people, see you next time. Thanks for watching.